Can you come front? Please. Warm welcome to Bangalore Toastmasters Club.
Thank you.
The renowned, thank you. The renowned author Robin Sharma said, "Great achievements come from great sacrifice." Let us congratulate ourselves for sacrificing Friday weekend party to attend Toastmasters meeting. This is called upon Sergeant at Arms. Meeting etiquette to be followed in Toastmasters meeting are, please switch off your mobile phone or put it on silent mode. Can you get affirmation?
Yes.
Don't walk in the middle. Move only when you hear applause. Refrain from talking about sex, religion and politics. If so, taking into consideration that it should not hurt other feelings or sentiments. During my childhood, I dreamed to achieve many things, but due to lack of consistency, I was unable to achieve. After my UG, I watched many motivational videos and read books to increase my consistency. After getting motivated, I implement in my routine life, but it is of no use. Then after analyzing my ability and learning from the past experience, I found out that my consistency improves only when I was working on defined goals. While I was searching for defined goals, the committee announced election. I contested and became Sergeant at Arms. This 5 months of Sergeant at Arms helped me to improve my consistency, and through this I proved to myself that I can swing the fence. Let me introduce a person who swam for the fence to become a president in 18 months of attending Toastmasters Club. He is one of the youngest president of our club. If you look at him, he look like some 28 or 25 years old, but he has 7+ years of experience in the corporate training industry. Please help me in welcoming youngest president of our club, Toastmaster Shashank Bhan.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. Welcome to Bangalore Toastmasters Club. I call to order meeting number 1404 of Bangalore Toastmasters Club. The minutes of the previous meeting, 1403, was shared by Secretary over me, the members. Are there any amendments to the same? I pass the minutes of meeting 1403 of Bangalore Toastmasters Club. Today is a special day. We have an induction ceremony scheduled where we will be inducting new members to the club. To handle this ceremony, to continue with this ceremony, we have a person who is a consultant to management on labor laws and a Toastmaster for more than a decade. One of the most hardworking and dedicated Toastmasters, at least of this club. Please put your hands together to welcome our Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Jose Paul, to conduct the induction ceremony.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Whenever a new member wishes to join Toastmasters, we are required to conduct the induction ceremony. Today, the 24th November 23, it is our duty and our privilege to induct 5 new members into the Bangalore Toastmasters Club. Great things in Toastmasters can never be done by one person. They are done by a group of people, and that group could be the one like Bangalore Toastmasters Club. We are here because we recognize a very simple yet beautiful truth. A truth that individually we are just one drop, but together we are the mighty ocean. I will now call upon our new members to be one after another to join me on the podium. First member, Darshan. A computer science engineer from BMS College of Engineering. He now works with Microsoft. I now request all of you to please welcome Darshan onto the program. Second member to be inducted, Robert Kinsley. Having done his masters in applied electronics engineering, he is now a principal engineer in the semiconductor industry. He had a brief stint as a Toastmaster in Sunshine Toastmasters Club, and he wishes to pursue Toastmasters with our club. Please welcome Robert Kinsley. We next have Amrit Kaur. A postgraduate in Media Arts from Srishti College of Arts, Design and Technology. She worked in the IT industry for over 15 years and is now currently again pursuing art. Please help me welcome Amrit Kaur. Next, fourth member, Ajay Shah. A mechanical engineer from SIT Tumkur. He is now taking people to places as a travel consultant. Please help me welcome Ajay Shah. Our fifth member to be inducted today is Jordan Sandman. He is from Washington, D.C. and is working with the United Nations Foundation and on implementing digital technology for public administration in other countries. He is here for a short stint in Bangalore and he wishes to join Toastmasters and possibly pursue it later in the United States. Please help welcome Jordan. Now I would request all of you to please withhold your applause until the ceremony is completed. Darshan, Robert, Amrit, Ajay and Jordan. You are joining an international worldwide organization which helps to improve your communication and leadership skills. And you are joining the legendary historic Bangalore Toastmasters Club, which is one of the oldest and the second largest club in the country. I, as VP membership, on behalf of Bangalore Toastmasters Club, along with all my colleagues, express our pride and our joy in welcoming you into the club. VP Education, Toastmaster Priyanka Ranore, do you concur with me that their mentors have already been assigned? Do you concur with me that DTM Dr. Rajiv Manwani, DTM Sumitra, Toastmaster Alan, Toastmaster Hannah and DTM Gangadhar are the mentors of these new members?
Yes.
Will the mentors kindly stand up if they are present? Thank you. Will you take up the responsibility of mentorship and pledge to share your knowledge and experience with our new members?
Yes.
Thank you. Please take your seat. Membership in this club and in Toastmasters International is a privilege and a responsibility too. We are here today because we understand that great improvements invariably involves the cooperation of many minds. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. We are here to travel on the trust and support of one another. This means that you must be active members of this club, attend meetings regularly, prepare fully for your duties and help our club become strong and dynamic. Now, I request you to put your right hand forward and to repeat this pledge after me. I,
I, Darshan,
I, Robert.
I, Amrit.
I, Ajay.
I, Jordan.
In the presence of my fellow members
In the presence of my fellow members
of the Bangalore Toastmasters Club,
of the Bangalore Toastmasters Club,
make this firm obligation
make this firm obligation
to attend meetings regularly
to attend meetings regularly
and prepare fully for each assignment,
and prepare fully for each assignment,
to apply myself
to apply myself
to the projects outlined
to the projects outlined
in the Toastmasters education program,
in the Toastmasters education program,
to participate actively in club activities,
to participate actively in club activities,
to evaluate others
to evaluate others
in a positive, constructive manner,
in a positive, constructive manner,
to build open, friendly relationships
to build open, friendly relationships
with my fellow members,
with my fellow members,
and to bring
and to bring
other new members into the club,
other new members into the club,
so that
so that
they can also gain the benefits of Toastmasters.
they can also gain the benefit of Toastmasters.
I will now ask only the members of the club to please stand up. Please put your right hand forward as you take the oath. We, the members of Bangalore Toastmasters Club,
We, the members of Bangalore Toastmasters Club,
pledge to support you
pledge to support you
in your quest for self-development,
in your quest for self-development,
to provide you with positive,
to provide you with positive,
helpful evaluations,
helpful evaluations,
to maintain a friendly,
to maintain a friendly,
supportive atmosphere,
supportive atmosphere,
to give you opportunities to help others,
to give you opportunities to help others,
and to make your Toastmasters membership
and to make your Toastmasters membership
a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Thank you very much. It is my pleasure now to declare you installed as members of Bangalore Toastmasters Club. I now request our President Toastmaster Shashank Bhatt to greet the newly inducted members. Thank you, President, for doing the honors. Dear new members, you may now please occupy your seats. Let's give a warm welcome to everyone. I now hand over the lectern back to our President, Toastmaster Shashank.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jose. So, on behalf of all the members of Bangalore Toastmasters Club, I once again welcome Darshan, Ajay, Jordan, Amrit, and Robert to the club. Can you round of applause for them? I'm sure you will have a great learning experience at the club. Speaking of new members, are there any first-time guests at the club? Can I see a show of hands? Can you please stand, tell your name, and tell us what you do?
Hi Toastmasters, I am Madan. I am a software developer. I work in a Strawman. I am from Mysore. I pursued my engineering in Bangalore, so I am not a new guy to Bangalore. So I have been staying in Bangalore from 6 years.
Hello everyone, my name is Omkar and I am currently working as a business development intern in Art Park.
Hi Toastmasters, my name is Raman. I'm a student of UBC and I'm the licensee and organizer of TEDx UBC. So I wanted to check this out, so I
Hello everyone, my name is Tanneya and I'm a student in USC first year AM.
Hi everyone, good evening to you all. My name is Harbakshish Kaur and I'm from Goa. I've come for a small stint at Bangalore and I work with IT companies mostly in the marketing and communications role, and I've been heading their Marcom role. So I'm just here to experience your Toastmasters Club, and maybe if I'm here I would like to join you.
I'm sure come to the
Hello Toastmasters, my name is Rahul. I'm here visiting with my family, and a little bit about me is I'm pursuing my Masters in Computational Mechanics in Germany and visiting the club for the first time and having a look, and my cousin is a member.
Who's your cousin? Yes.
Hi everybody, I'm Satish. I'm working software engineer with JP Morgan Chase. First time I came here to improve my communication and presentation skill. And I expect to guide me and improve my knowledge and.
You're going to the right place.
Thanks.
Once again, how do you welcome our guests? It was the year 2012 when I was in my college. There was a friend of mine from a remote village in Hassan. He studied in Kannada medium till 10th standard. Then he moved on to English medium, PUC. 1 year, full first PUC, he enjoyed his life in Bangalore because for him it was something new. But when he was in second PUC, I still remember this incident when we had our preparatory tests in our college. He was writing the test. The invigilator, who was the business studies teacher, it was a business studies test. She just stood next to him, glanced at his paper, took his paper in her hands, on his face. She told him, "Don't know ABCD in English. Why are you here? Get off here." He cried and he left the room. 2 days, he could not meet him. Or else he used to come to me every day for $5 to buy a cigarette. But 2 days, he didn't come to me. I was surprised. Did he quit smoking? I don't know. He didn't come back to me. But later I realized that in these 2 days, when he was all depressed and alone in his PG, his paying guest room, he thought about his future. He thought about his parents working in a farm. He thought about his sister who's not married yet. And that incident made him stand up once again on his feet and take his life forward. I asked him one thing. Why did you wait for a teacher to humiliate you in front of the class for you to change? He said, I didn't know. No one told me. No one get it. I was not serious enough. Then I realized one thing. Till we are pushed, we will not take up the responsibility. Look at the theme, swing for the fences. For you to swing a bat, your hand goes back first. Then you hit the ball. Only then the ball travels. Right? We are all like these golf balls or cricket balls. If we are standing in one place, we will remain there for the rest of our lives. Should we wait for someone to kick us at the rear and to move forward? Or should we think about where our weaknesses are, how to move forward on our own, and then take that step on our own so that we cross the fence, we jump the fence? Think about it. I'll leave you with this parting note. Don't let others humiliate you, put you down, then you stand up and then do something on your own. Take up the responsibility, take up the charge. We're all in the right place. If we look around us, we have a lot of mentors around us to guide us, to take us forward. Use this opportunity. To take the meeting forward, we have a special person amongst us who is an engineer at Wind River, a company which is responsible for operating systems, which is all across the universe. He is a multitasker. He handles his company, he takes care of his family, and he is a responsible Toastmaster as well, a dedicated Toastmaster as well. He loves seafood. The only catch here is he is a vegetarian. How can this happen? He sees the food, he loves it, he eats it. It's as simple as that. But above all, he is a great human being. That's what matters the most. Please put your hands together to welcome the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ajay Chandrasekhar.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Toastmasters and guests. Good evening. Thank you. So one evening, I wanted to take a cab ride. As usual, I opened up my Uber app and I booked up a ride. So like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the driver did not even turn up. I was really annoyed. I called him. Why have you not come? I'm waiting all over here. Your car is stuck somewhere over there in the map. He said, sir, 1 hour, sir, 1 hour, sir. 1 hour? What do you mean by 1 hour? I said, Afghanistan versus Pakistan match, sir. 1 hour, sir. After that, I'm going to come. I was furious, but I was curious. I turned on the TV, and to my surprise, the match was so intense. I got so engrossed, I forgot about my ride or the cab ride. So that's how my World Cup journey started. From then on, I started watching every other match of the World Cup, and it was really fascinating. So if we look back how the tournament went in, I can easily say the top teams, the way they were fighting, they were not just swinging for the fence, they were like swinging over the stadiums, isn't it? So I was just trying to analyze, and if you look some of the top teams, the way they played, let's start with men in blue, or the Team India. I hope by now all of you would have soaked up the crushing defeat in the finals. But certainly I can say, yes, Australia were champions. The cup did not come home. But certainly Team India gave us the pure joy, isn't it? Nobody can take that away. Let me be very honest with that. Looking at the men in blue, I can certainly say they played very fearless attacking cricket. After a long time coming together, one of the finest players we've ever had in the Indian cricket team. That is something really, an adrenaline rush I could really see with the fans all over India. Look at the batting unit. The way Rohit Sharma, he captained the team, the way he played in the power play, and then followed by Rohit, you had Gill, you had Kohli, then Shreyas Iyer, Rahul, each of them started backing them up. And let's not forget the lethal bowling unit. I think probably after a long time, maybe after 1983, we have such a great lethal bowling unit. If Bumrah did not pick the wicket, it used to be Siraj. If not Siraj, then it should be Shami, or then Jadeja, or Kuldeep. I know some of the people are nodding heads, but I can understand it was so heartening, the mental agony, the kinds of people, or the anguish on the faces of people when they lost the finals. But certainly, let's hope people will not just knock this team off just because of one day or one bad day. Because the team, the way they played, certainly they deserve all the credit. Looking back about other teams, Afghanistan comes to my mind. What a team to reckon with. They come from a place where it's war prone, not much of technology, not much of facilities over there, but still the way they played, I can easily say they are like hidden gems. They did shine as they played game after game. They won like 4 games out of 9, and that beating 3 former world champions. That was really an amazing feat. I'm sure people will look forward to Afghanistan as they play further tournaments. I can keep on going, speaking team after team, but certainly Australia is a team which we can't miss. Yes, they are champions, but I can say they're the team which had the nerves of steel. They saved the best for the last, isn't it? Of course, one knock which I can't forget is the way outrageous knock of Glenn Maxwell. The way he played against Afghanistan, hitting the 200. I think he defied all the odds, even the gods from the sky. So, well, cricket is something we always relate to. It's more than a game, it's pure emotion in the minds of people. But coming out to Toastmasters, I can easily say Toastmasters is also like a cricket field. Every member of this club you get a wonderful platform to come over here and bring the best in you on the stage. Even at a club level, even at an area level, then you progress to division and then district and enter the international arena. So this is a wonderful platform to excel, to bring the best in you, isn't it? And in fact, just like the Don Bradman in cricket, you have the Don in Toastmasters too. Any guesses? Exactly. So Raj C. Smedley is the Don of Toastmasters. He founded Toastmasters in the year 1924 in Santa Ana, California. And since then, the members of this club have swung their careers to reach greater heights. And talking about our own club, Bangalore Toastmasters Club, I can easily say there's a lot of achievements this club has made. One such achievement is on the Distinguished Toastmasters. You should know it's one of the highest award or recognition a Toastmasters can get is the DTM, which is the Distinguished Toastmasters. And this club has produced India's very first women DTM with none other than Toastmaster Sumitra Manmohan. And the latest entrant is DTM Lalit Dhanush. He is the youngest member of the club when he became a DTM at the age of 23. It's an amazing feat, isn't it? And one thing I remembered was striking thing of this club is the members of this club have gone to be the largest influencers or content creators in a social media platform on Facebook and Instagram. They have more than 1 million followers. So some of the members of the club like Simran Chopra or Anmol Garg and all that, right? So that is something really amazing. So coming to today's session, it's divided into 3 sections. We have a prepared speech, we have a table topics, and then followed by general evaluation. Prepared speech is a section where the speakers align themselves to the project and the goals of the project, and they come over the stage and speak here for a certain time duration. They'll be evaluated by the evaluators, where evaluators is going to give them a constructive feedback to help them improve. Then you have a table topic session. It's a very interesting session where you come over here, it's an impromptu speaking, you come over on the stage, you speak here on the fly. The best part is the creativity comes out of you, at the same time the fear goes out of you. And then we have a general evaluation. Today's general evaluator is the DTM Toastmaster Rajdeep Manwani. I'm going to introduce him as he comes onto the stage. He's going to assess the entire meeting proceedings as the meeting progresses. And the feedback from him will be taken to the members and the committee to improve week after week. And then of course we have the 3rd, 4th and 5th umpires of this meeting, which is the tag team. T stands for timer, and Toastmasters Sambat Kumar can give the guidelines.
The greatest gift you can give someone is your time, because that is a portion of your life that you will never get it back. Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guests. As a timer, my responsibility is to keenly observe and make a note of timing of every speaker who takes up the stage today. Today's speeches are 5 to 7 minutes. I'll be raising the green card at 5 minutes and yellow card at 6 minutes, red card at 7 minutes. Table topic speeches are 1.5 minutes. This due to time constraint, we reduced to 1.5 minutes from 2 minutes this week. So 30 seconds I will be showing green card. 1 minute I will be showing the yellow card. 2 minutes, sorry, 1.5 minutes I will be showing the red card. Evaluation speeches are 2-3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. I will be showing the green card at 2 minutes. Yellow card at 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Red card at 30 minutes. Sorry, 3 minutes. I will give the report to the general evaluator when called upon. All the very best to all the speakers.
Next we have our counter, Toastmaster Dr. Nisha to give us the guidance.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ali. Very, very good evening to all my dear Toastmasters. A very, very good evening to dear guests. You might have just noticed I used a lot of pauses, some few filler sounds, and some repetitive words. Dear Toastmasters, today I am our counter for today. My duty is to make a note of all the long pauses used, the filler words like and the repetitive words like and, so, used as crutch words by our speakers during the meeting. At the end of the meeting, I will submit my report to the general evaluator. Let's make the environment of the meeting conducive so that our speakers make minimum use of the crutch words. Thank you.
The candidate for the day is Toastmaster Chaitra. Please speak up the guidelines for you.
Grammar is something that can make or break your speech. Good evening, my friends. As the grammarian for today, I will be listening for good and not so good usage of grammar when you're on stage, and I will be making note of it. We also have a word of the day for today, and I will also be noting who all use the word of the day. The word is conducive, which means providing the right conditions for something good to happen. An example usage would be, the end of the war gave rise to a stability that is conducive to economic growth. I hope to see all of you use the word of the day.
Thank you. We are starting the prepared speech session. Before I call the speaker, I would like to say the evaluator for this speech, he works for a company where he thinks there's not much of intelligence with the people in Parliament, and DRDO is trying to install some artificial intelligence. Toastmaster Karunakar, can you please give us the guidelines?
The purpose of the project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance the speech. The time duration is 5 to 7 minutes. Over.
Thank you. So this speaker, interestingly, during COVID, she was not hit by coronavirus. She was hit by the entrepreneur bug. She started a company during lockdown called Tickle of Ecstasy. And since then, she's trying to tickle the minds of people. Please welcome the most humble and a simple lady with the fire in the belly, Toastmaster Saloni.
Either you run the day or the day runs you. Today is the last Friday of this month. I thought rather than making a collage of pictures of what I did on November month and put it on Instagram, why not make a speech on the same? So today you are going to see how Saloni spent November. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and beloved guests. November 1st, Karnataka Rajyotsava. So I woke up and I saw a video which had all the clips of the nature and all the great things what Karnataka has done and how it impacts India. I'm a North Indian, but I feel my home is South India. I feel my home is Karnataka. I feel my home is Bangalore. And this state and city has given me so many opportunities, love, care, support, and such awesome weather. So now I feel like that's it. I can never go to any other city. My home is Bangalore, Karnataka. With keeping that thought in my mind, I started my month by going to temples. I visited 3 temples with 42 people, and it was an amazing trip. I just went inside the temple, and I was like, God, please let this month be important to me. This month is really important to me, and let this month be good. I closed my eyes and I had just 3 things to ask to my God. First, I was like, last month was not that great for my business. This month I have Diwali, so please let this month be mine. Second, I asked for the New Year resolutions which I couldn't complete. I focused on my health. I started exercising. I used my clothes which I bought on November 1st, please. And third, and the most important thing for me, this month let me be happier. This month let it be filled with laughter and ideal life. Little did I know that God is going to hear my prayer. I would have added 10 more things, right? So that day I received my first bulk order, corporate devices order. Second, that day I climbed a mountain which had 500 steps, exercise. Third, that day I got lucky. We had we were 42 people, so in bus we had divided ourselves in groups and we had competition. I won third prize in that. So we had games, games, and then first game was dumbstruck, and I was the person who had to explain a movie to my fellow team members. Let me try if you can guess. Either today we will decide either I am a bad player or they were a bad guesser. So let's see. Simple basic rule. This means Kannada, this means Hindi. Okay? Timer, please to ring the bell after 30 seconds.
First word. And gloves.
Bangles.
Bangles.
What bangles?
Third word.
It's such a simple movie, right? But my team, that means today I am a good player and my teammates were bad. And also Punit and you are good in listening and observing. So first 2.5 weeks were really hectic for me. We had, I really was lucky to get so many orders of Diwali, and that 2.5 weeks I was in panic, tension, call any word let it be. I was handling social media management, shooting the reels, speaking with vendors, managing inventories, and what not. So having so many things in my hand, but still I kept calm because of my friends and family. They were like, suddenly relax, it's okay. And I first year of Tickle of Ecstasy, we delivered 50 hampers. Second year of Tickle of Ecstasy, we delivered 150 hampers. And third year, this is our third year, and we delivered around 450 hampers. So I was so happy, and all those 16 to 17 hours of work, with sleepless nights, not having food on time, everything paid off. After I finished my Diwali season, I just took a step back and I realized I have a dream. I have something which I'm passionate about and I want to work on it. Apart from me, I had such huge back support and support system. My friends and family. After them having a hectic work, they came and they supported me. My friends were packing dry fruits, someone was packing chocolate, someone was helping with me with shooting, someone was writing content for me, someone was helping me with Google ads and etc. So I feel I am blessed to have a passion, but I am even more blessed to have a support system like that to motivate me to do a greater good. So after having a hectic 2.5 weeks, me and my sister went to spa. We relaxed, we pampered ourselves, we did some shopping and it was great. After that, I'm not even kidding, when I was watching the World Cup, I didn't even have this much tension when I was working on my hampers. With each ball which India was hitting, my heartbeat skipped. But we have to support, we should support our team, and it's okay guys, it's okay. Then the later weeks we had small orders with bride-to-be, bridesmaids, and work was also doing good. I even got a chance to relax, and my sister's birthday is coming, so before coming here I went to took her shopping for tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm sure my pockets are getting empty. So this month, to be honest, was great emotionally, financially, physically, because this month I did earn money. This month, emotionally, I just got to know how blessed I am, how people around me are really great, and third, physically, I did exercise and I did start walking at Lal Bagh. So if anyone wants to join, I do start at 6 o'clock. But my belly fat doesn't agree with it. I don't know why. So if you run, so you have two options. You run the day or the day runs you. Make every day count. Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing. I'm sure you'll swing away to become a unicorn, your startup. Before I call the next speaker, the evaluator, I would like to introduce him. He's a data guru, and he can plunge any kind of data. Even OpenAI, Sam or Satya Nadella cannot compete. Those masters. Vivek Vijay.
So the speaker has already delivered a speech and got feedback. Now he will deliver another speech, and by applying the feedback that he received in the previous. And as usual, it's 5 to 7 minutes. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. So this speaker was trying to understand what he's doing. He told me he works for a company where he's trying to help companies like Novartis or AstraZeneca to lower their drug prices. He's curious why. The reason because he wants to help lower the drug prices so that it can reach economically poor people. Such a noble cause. Please welcome Toastmaster Subhanshu for the next speech. And his title of the speech is Awareness.
Hello everybody. Thank you Ajit for such a lovely introduction. So good evening all, good evening Toastmasters, dear guests. Today I am going to tell you a story. But before that, how many of you skipped the yellow light while coming to Bangalore Toastmasters Club? Quite a few, but really. The yellow light means to slow down our vehicle to cross, because next will be the red color. But in India it's opposite. When we see yellow, we tend to speed up to cross the road in a hurry. Sometimes we ignore, and this ignorance can be detrimental. So the story is like there was a man in my village. His name was Ramlal. He was young and energetic, but he was not happy with the village. He thought that villagers are losing the virtue of honesty and truthfulness. So he went to a nearby forest and made a hut for himself, and he was living there happily with his 2 cows. He used to graze them in the field in the morning and sometimes ponds for drinking water and take them back in the evening. One evening while he was returning from field to his house, he saw a sand sitting under a tree and meditating. He went to the sand and waited there for 30 minutes so the sand can finish his meditation. After 30 minutes, Sand opened his eyes and he was surprised to see Ramlal sitting next to him. He said, what happened? Then Ramlal replied, Maharaj, I want to know how to bring back honesty and truthfulness in my village. To this, Sand replied, go and ask the fish in the pond. Ramlal was confused, but he wanted to find the answer. So he went to the pond and asked, fish, oh fish, where are you? The fish came swimming on the surface and said, yes, tell me what happened. Then Ramlal said, a sand told me that you can help me to restore the truthfulness and honesty in my village. So the fish said, oh, of course, but first give me some water to drink. I'm very thirsty. The Ramlal was confused. He said, you live in the pond. How can you become thirsty? The fish replied, yes, exactly. That's you find your answer. Honesty and truth is inside everyone's heart. Then Ramlal learned the lesson and went back to his villagers to share what he learned. Like Ramlal, we ignore our health issues that can be inside us. We think till we are getting solid from the bed and able to do all the activities, we are healthy and fine. But we tend to ignore the early signs and symptoms of many diseases. I think everyone knows the sudden demise of superstar Punit Rajkumar, Siddharth, Siddharth, they had a heart attack. And Yuvraj Singh, since everyone is talking about cricket, still I'm recovering from that. But yeah, so Yuvraj Singh was in star in 2011 World Cup Indian campaign, and that time he was battling from cancer. All these men were healthy, but by looking at their physique, no one can figure out they had health issues. Likewise, so there was a study by British Medicine Journal, and the study says that they were asked volunteers to rate their health issues, and the volunteers who had a health issue but they were underdiagnosed, they rated themselves high on the scale of health. And after detections, the same individuals lowered their health. And the good thing was, after detection, they were working towards improving their health. So it's important to know your health conditions. In this age of information, even in this age of information, sometimes we ignore, we don't try to learn what this might be, or we ignore because there might be some other responsibilities we have, or we are deprioritizing our health. But I think towards anyone's success, health is an important aspect, and it should be taken care well before. Just to give an example, or you say statistics, about 75% of deaths due to cancer in India annually can be reduced or can be controlled if they had been diagnosed on time and get a proper treatment. That's the value it's hold to get diagnosed and in screening on time. And early diagnosis and screening not only saves us, it saves our family. We can spend more time with them, more quality. It helps us to plan financially. And nowadays there are lots of schemes run by government of India. So as I said, in this, it took us a simple Google search. So rather than ignoring, we should understand the signs and early symptoms. And I remember once a doctor said to me, like many people don't go for checkups. I think many of us don't remember when last time we had a full body checkup. Because in India we said, in Hindi it's said, "Jab hoga tab dekha jayega." But doctor said an important point that I still remember. He said, "You should come to me to ensure that you don't have the disease." Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Of course, health is wealth, and how many of us really care for health? I think people don't forget to pay premiums, but instead, that's all they do, and it's so important that we stay healthy. So, before I call the next speaker, the evaluator of this speech is a distinguished Toastmaster. He is recognized and respected for her achievements in this club. Toastmaster Sumitra Manmohan to read the guidelines, please.
Toastmaster of the day, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of this project is for the member to use vocal variety to enhance the speech. And my role as evaluator is to see which of those vocal variety skills were used effectively and those that need to be improved. Time manager note, it's 5 to 7 minutes.
Thank you. This speaker is a celebrity. Yes, celebrity in his apartment. He enchants all the people of the apartment with various events throughout the year. And he's a pride in his apartment. His apartment is named Pride Enchant, and it's also pride to the club. Please welcome Toastmaster Vijay Kalkundali.
Life, they say, is a story of transition, where you leave behind one chapter and move on to the next chapter.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear friends, good evening.
Good evening.
According to Erik Erikson, theory of psychological development, he says a human being goes through 8 stages of transition. Those 8 stages are infancy, childhood, preschool, school, adolescence, adulthood, mid-adulthood, and the late adulthood, which is 65 years and later. And in all these transitions, every stage of our life, there is some or the other kind of learning. And it is for us to learn from those instances or those chapters of our life that we can take. And each chapter has something to offer. So when we are small, our parents and teachers give us that conducive environment so that we can actually learn the basics of our life. Then as we move on, we depend on our parents for money, friends for suggestion, and YouTube for entertainment. This is our first phase of our life. And according to me, A to A is a very important phase of this particular transition. A is adolescence and A the adulthood. And that's where all the adrenaline rush happens. These 3 A's form very important part of our life. So just like all of us, because between this A to A, it's like that night of the 14th August 1947. Because everyone wants to see that independence. That's like a 14th August where we are raring to go to that 15th August. Just like all of us, I had a very important time during this transition because I was from a small town and I was going to get that independence when I go to the college, which was just 2,000 kilometers away from my parents' home. My nearest relatives were 20 kilometers away, who were my grandparents. They did not bother me. My dad did not come after me to see what I'm doing. After completing my induction ceremony at the school, I rushed towards the hostel. I was actually contemplating, should I stay in hostel or take a PG outside? And as I entered the hostel, I was awestruck. Wow, so neat, so clean. It was just like a wow. It was just like a wow. I could not believe it is so neat and clean. I immediately took the admission into the hostel, and I wanted to be my best in the hostel and learn all the trades and tricks of a life staying in hostel. On the first day, we all relaxed with my roommate Bangalore, who is a topper. And here I learned my first lesson of my life. The first impression is the best impression. Because the hostel was so neat and clean, I decided to go there and stay there. As I was staying in the hostel, it was empty because all the seniors and super seniors had gone on a vacation on a long weekend. The next day evening, as the seniors were coming back from their vacations, I started seeing the pockets of seniors sitting at different corners of hostel. That's when I and my roommate said, no, we'll not go out. They may catch us and they may ask us some uncomfortable questions and we may get back. But to our dismay, at the night for our dinner, we had to go down. And as we were getting down, I murmured to Bhargav, no, don't look towards that side. All the seniors are looking towards, let's rush towards the mess. And to our dismay, one of the seniors, hey, Tingu and Cheshmish, come here. We acted as if we were not hearing them. We went towards the mess. Another senior caught us. They are seniors, calling better go. We went there and told them, we'll have our dinner and come back. And then, since in my childhood I was a fan of a CID, I thought, so I'll make some plan. I told Bhargav, let's sneak out to the back door and enter through the another door so that they'll not be able to notice. But again, we were caught by another set of seniors. Why are you running? Go back. They're waiting for you. As I went there, one of the seniors told me, go there and stand near the window. I'll call you back after 1 minute. Pay attention, I'll ask you some questions. as I was keenly observing on what is happening, how many vehicles are moving, I was confident I'll be able to tell what are the questions are asked to me. As I went back, Maltesh, the super senior there, asked me, now tell me, how many bars are there in the I was taken aback. So here I learned my second important lesson in life. Pay attention, not only to what is told, but also the things which you see, apart from what has to be monitored. So this was the second important lesson. But as we went through our stay in the hostel, we got very comfortable. But when we stay in hostel, we have some things which are very peculiar. There is that one corner of the dining table which we are very favorite. I always want to eat there sitting in my plate. There is one bathroom in the set of bathroom where I always want to bath. There is always one area of the playground where I always want to stay. So all these things, if you want to achieve in hostel, you need to be disciplined. Because before anyone gets up, you need to capture that bathroom. Before anyone goes and sits there, you need to tell your friend to capture that. So this is one kind of a discipline or being organized is what I learned. So, my dear friends, as we transition through our life, there are different chapters, and each of these chapters have got different pages. And it's these pages which teach us different things. As they taught me, give 3 things like good impression, be attentive, and be organized. All of you will have your share of different transitions you go through. Those important lessons you learn and you make, because transition is a way of life. Back to you.
Of course, who would forget a hostel life? Those who have lived in hostel will never forget the hostel life. Yes, I think we are taking a break now, a short 5 minutes break, and we'll resume soon after the break. Thank you. It's a very interesting session. Recently, the impromptu speaking, and the speakers come over the stage and they speak on the fly. The good thing is it brings the creativity in you, and the stage fear goes up. So to take this session forward, we have someone. I would like to say some interesting fact about him, the Toastmaster. He writes ghost stories in just 2 lines. It's called Terribly Tiny Tales. Please welcome Toastmaster Alan Arana.
I am Alan, and I'm the table topic master of today. You must be wondering why I'm speeding ahead. We have a record number of speakers who I'd like to call on stage. Now, for the benefit of the guests, what is table topics? Table topics is where you are given a topic and you have to come and spontaneously talk on that topic, right? Everybody clear? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so, okay, I also promised that this will be a very easy and fun table topic, so I'm sure all of you will have a very easy time getting on stage, right? So the first topic is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? And may I call on Brian, Toastmaster Brian, to do
If I have a superpower, what will it be? Foodies, raise your hands, please. Yeah, I think you all will also agree to me that it will be invisibility. Many a times when I was a child and did not have enough money in my pocket, I would think to myself, if I was invisible, I will go to the pani puri store, put on the batanis, crush the masala, the puris, and eat a masala puri for myself. That is that one wish I want. That is the one superpower I want, that I could turn invisible whenever I want and go have whatever I want. But unfortunately, I'm as visible, I'm tall, so it's hard for people to not recognize me anywhere. That is one thing. There are multiple things you can do if you are invisible. Not get caught by the police, do whatever you want, get out of the house whenever you like, your mom will not recognize you, all those things. But unfortunately, let us get back to reality, not invisible. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, that was very interesting. I Toastmaster India while you were talking, right? Now the second topic is share a time when you learned an important lesson. And may I call on Toastmaster Jeevan. Share a time where you learned an important lesson, Jeevan.
Toastmaster Alan, your topic was so wonderful, so beautiful. I'm feeling just looking like about to answer that one great lesson. That one great lesson was that particular day our president was presenting a budget about the club. I'm an entrepreneur, more curious about the creativity. On the other side, number plays very important role. On that particular day, I sat on the chair. Our president explained so beautiful budget and expenses. I applied the same lesson on the next day, went to my business. I did all my budget, how much I want to build, how much I want to do expenses. And I made a 1,20,000 rupees profit in the next particular month. Thank you, Toastmaster Shashank, from teaching me that budgeting lesson from the Toastmaster Club. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeevan. You can treat him to Panama's ice cream after this is over. Now, moving on to the next topic, describe your dream vacation. May I call on Toastmaster Jordan? Describe your dream vacation. Toastmaster Jordan.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So, my dream vacation. When I go to vacation somewhere, I like to do as the locals do. What I hate is going somewhere and being treated like a tourist. For example, when I got to the airport, I've been to Bangalore twice before. I went to the taxi stand, and the taxi guy told me that to get to Richmond Town from the airport was 4,000 rupees. And I said, absolutely not. And I got him down to 2,000, which probably still was pretty bad, but anyway. So my dream vacation is going somewhere and living with a family, which I'm able to do while I'm in Bangalore, and meeting new people, eating the food that they eat, and hopefully not paying prices that are too high.
Thank you for that wonderful talk, because the most we have traveled is from our house to Bangalore. It was good to dream. The next topic, tell us about your best friend. Tell us about your best friend, Toastmaster Srinivas.
My best friend. So in Toastmasters, when I joined, I would like to share an incident where I met my best Toastmaster. His name is Taran. He's busy writing exams, so he's not here. Hopefully he sees this thing. On those days when we met, we were just getting introduced, and hardly I used to mingle with people. And most of you must be knowing that I am little bit introvert at the beginning. It takes time. So Taran was the only person who used to speak with each one of us and say hi and hello. And he knows most of them. Instead of saying my name, I used to say I'm Taran's friend. I used to find every time. And as he would have told many times, he was shy to speak with his friends, especially girls, whom he liked in the college. So he used to ask the tips. I said, I am myself so shy. I graduated. So you are asking a wrong person, a wrong question, right? But from that memory to now, I like his chill nature. And he is there always, whatever role Priyanka gives, right? And he became my role model over here. So with this, I would say all the best for his exams. When he is back, we'll have a great time.
We are going to move from 1.5 to 1 minute now. Okay. So the next topic is, if you could meet anyone in history, who would it be and why? May I call on DTM Gangadhar?
Thank you, Master, to all Toastmasters and guests. The one person that comes to my mind, if I could meet one person in history, would be our late Prime Minister, Lal Bahadur Shastri. Now, Lal Bahadur Shastri was the Prime Minister of India during the 1947-48 I'm not sure the year. But why I would love to meet him is, you rarely find honest people now, or even then. But to find somebody who would take a loan for his car and still want to repay it after he passed away. He passed away in a very mysterious circumstances, but a person who's been so straightforward. That's one reason. Secondly, correct me if I'm wrong, I think his birthday comes along with Mahatma Gandhi, right? People wish him, but not Lal Bahadur Shastri. I think that's a person who I would really adore and would love to meet. And with that, given the time, back to you, Dr.
Thank you so much. And the next topic is, what is your favorite book, movie or TV show and why? May I call on Toastmaster Girish?
My favorite book, at the moment I'm studying psychology of money, so I will take that. Why is it so? In my life, I've seen that, okay, I'm able to achieve a few things like education, yes, fine. But money is something that I've never learned in a proper way. It's not about how to save, rather it's about the psychology of the money. I mean, what is the importance of saving in the future? One thing it narrates very beautifully in that is, it's not only about your hard work, rather it is also equivalent to that of luck. He classically quotes how Steve Jobs, on one side, out of 3 million students in that area, became so rich and so popular, and his own friend, who were classmates, on the other side is known to none because he had to meet with an accident in his school days. So that's a classic case of luck as well as hard work. So with that, I would say it's not only about hard work, rather luck should also play a role. Yeah. Thank you.
The way people are going, it feels like a crash course in very quick, but very enjoyable. Thank you, Girish. The next topic is, if you could write a song, what would it be about? May I call on Toastmaster Abhay? We're also going to test your running skills, huh? So whoever is coming on the back,
Topic masters, fellow Toastmasters and guests. If I were to write a song, what would it be about? I think it would be about Toastmasters. I think I would start with how Karnakar behaves stupidly, how Dr. Rajiv is the genius, how Vijay Anand makes us crack his jokes, and how things are light here. If there were to be some brightness on a Friday evening, come here to Toastmasters and enlighten everyone's Friday evenings. Share your knowledge, build your contacts, have fun, and then go home because it's time to depart.
one thing that you are grateful for today? What is the one thing that you are grateful for today and why? May I call on Toastmaster Shreya? Congratulations, Shreya, you were the fastest to the stage.
What is talking again?
You were so fast, you forgot the topic. Okay, the topic is what is the one thing that you're grateful for today?
Apart from the whole last speech I gave was on gratefulness, I am grateful for the food that my mom makes. Apart from how they say, I think Toastmaster Vijay Kalkundri said about hostel and life. Like I'm so thankful that I get to eat home food with the side of my mother's taunts. Over to you.
Thank you, Shreya, for leaving 20 seconds for the next but great. So, the next topic is, if you could paint a picture, what would it depict? If you could paint a picture, what would it depict? May I call on Toastmaster Puneet? If you could paint a picture, what would it depict, Toastmaster Puneet?
I see a lot of art, and it moves me immensely. I appreciate art, but I don't think I can ever draw beyond my third standard level of two mountains and one sun in the center and a few birds that are in V shape. You all remember that? And only coconut trees, I don't know why. That's the only thing I can do good. I remember a small house with a choda side house and a small door. That's the only thing I can draw. But today, I don't know how art works. You can take a dab of paint, just trace around the board and sell it for a few crores. I have no idea how art works these days. It's like people have smoked out something and have spent an evening doing some random paint on a canvas, and a few weeks later it's auctioned for millions of dollars. Wow, art has stood, and all in the name of modern contemporary art. Where have we come? But I can do that. It won't sell for $1 million.
It's great that the louder claps, the faster you want. Okay, share a funny story from your childhood. Share a funny story from your childhood. May I call on Toastmaster Amrit?
Alright, there are many stories that I can tell, but there is one which is very close to my heart. And so we had, me and my sister, who is also here, we had stolen some money which was kept by my mother. And we had, of course, gone and bought some chocolates, or we have spent it. But when we were caught, we both stuck to each other and did not commit to our crime. Like, we did not tell that we have committed the crime until last. So we got little bit of beating, but if we had told that we had stolen, I mean, the beating could have been doubled or tripled. But this story is, whenever we talk, this story comes in our conversations. The biggest thing is, nobody knows other than me and my sister, till date.
Nobody knows. Thank you, Amrit. Now the next topic is, what is your favorite hobby or pastime? May I call on Toastmaster Ajay?
Good evening, Toastmasters, Toastmasters guests. Good evening. My favorite pastime is trekking on a long holidays, sort of. What I do is to keep myself fit every year. Okay, let me share an instance with you just about today. So I have got a wardrobe full of swim pants, which hardly fit me. So my trick to having my fitness for the entire year is to go on a trek of about 8 to 10 days, trim down, come back, and then put on again. Thank you.
We were so inspired by the fasting, we forgot to shake my hand. So, yeah. So, the next topic is describe a place you've traveled to that has left a lasting impression on you. Describe a place that you have traveled to that has left a lasting impression on you. I love the dust looks of people wondering who is going to get it. But the person is Sudeep Toastmaster.
Thank you, Alan, for giving such a conducive topic. My most memorable place where I've traveled to is Iceland, and particularly there's a glacier. It's called Jökulsárlón. It's like just wow. You have the mountains. No, seriously, you have the mountains in the background. The glacier water completely blue, and you can take a boat ride on top of that, and you can touch these snow flakes coming down that. So that would be my best place.
He looked at me. I got up. He thought he wanted to leave stage. So I don't know whether you got off stage because I got up. Thank you anyway. That was a very brief but very well-spoken table topic. Please give a huge round of applause. Okay. Now, what is one thing you think everyone should experience in their lifetime? What is one thing that you think everyone should experience in their lifetime? May I call on Toastmaster, one of the most popular Toastmasters in this club, Toastmaster Priyanka. She was so confident she wouldn't get it. Right? So the topic is, which is one thing you think everyone should experience in their lifetime? Which is one thing you think everyone should experience in their lifetime?
If you ask me lately, that I feel that everyone should experience once in their lifetime is to be underwater. And I'll tell you why. The reason is because for the longest time I was so scared to be inside water that I realized that it was all in my head. And when I started to learn swimming, I realized that being inside the water is the most beautiful thing. It just keeps you so calm. It just helps you connect and reconnect with your own self. I think that's the journey that I learned when I started to learn swimming. And I can say I'm a confident swimmer right now, but I have a long way to go. But yes, this is one thing I would like to do. Please, once you get a chance, experience being inside the water for a couple of seconds and minutes if possible. Over to you.
Thank you, Priyanka. Many people look at table topics as being underwater, so great that you had that. Right? So, the next topic, if you could design your dream home, what would it look like? If you could design your dream home, what would it look like? Toastmaster Sheep.
I'm wondering if this is a table topic session or a musical chair. See, I'm going to tackle this topic exactly like Alan does in his table topics. He talks about not about the cow, he talks about the coconut tree. So what I'm telling you, today we said that we have the youngest PTM or MD, the first lady PTM in India. So I think Alan is going to get the Guinness record for the maximum number of participation in table topics, right? I think it's like a beautiful, session where people I can't see them speaking, I can see them just coming, running here and going. Absolutely fantastic job.
He not just gave a table topic, he increased my self-confidence as well. Great, thank you. What is the favorite thing about the season we're in? What is the favorite thing about the season we're in? May I call on Rashi, Toastmaster Rashi?
It's my most favorite thing to do. So the favorite season, the season that we're in is winters, and the best thing that you can do in winters is to sleep. Sleep peacefully with the fan switched on, the cozy blanket over your head without any worries about the world. But I know none of you can relate because all of you have so many responsibilities over your head that you're like, Rashi, what are you up to? But yeah, I think the best thing about winters is the coziness of your home, the coziness when you're sleeping, the hot chai or coffee that you drink in the morning. It's just absolute pleasure, and especially in Bangalore, winters is all around the year, but still, I think it's just very beautiful here. Thank you.
We have about 5 more speakers. 5 more speakers, 45 seconds. Okay. 45 seconds. The next topic. Yeah, actually, that's a great idea to do. But okay. Can I request Toastmaster Darshan, Toastmaster Robert, Toastmaster Chiran, Toastmaster Akash, and Toastmaster Vijayanand to come? Just be accessible so that it's very quick. But the first person to come can be a Toastmaster Robert. Everybody else is on standby. Okay, who inspires you and why? Who inspires you and why? Toastmaster Robert.
Good evening. So the person who inspires me the most is Abraham Lincoln. Anybody here? So I feel he is the greatest president. The Americans also consider him as the greatest president. Why is great? He is not a president of the leftist or the rightist, socialist or capitalist, but he is a president for people across the political spectrum. People across all ideologies consider him as a great president. He was a very selfless person. He had no attachments to power, even though he was a very, very capable person. If he wanted, he could have stuck onto the power for decades and he could have ruled the United States, but he had no attachments to his throne, a very detached person, and he also stood for removing slavery from the United States, even though he himself was not affected by slavery. That's what
The next topic is, which is your favorite color and why? Which is your favorite color and why? May I call on Toastmaster Akash?
My favorite color is red because the football team I support. I love a team called Manchester United and its jersey is in the color red. So actually it was a color that I hated a lot before. I felt it was very girlish. But since supporting the team, I started liking the color more. And now it's actually my favorite color.
Thank you, Akash. It seems like you are prepared for the statement topic. I don't know why, but it was very good. If you could invent anything, what would it be? If you could invent anything, what would it be? May I call on Toastmaster Chair?
Since I work in a embedded software industry, I would like to invent a device which could climb a tree and hop from tree to tree. So it's a practical use case I have, where from my childhood I used to think that, my parents are from a Arekanat farming family. So I used to think that, why can't I invent something, which could hop from tree to tree, which would, solve many problems, even people climbing a tree and slipping and falling, so that it would solve. And it's still my dream. And I thank Alan for giving this opportunity to talk about particularly this topic. I don't know, he know about my dream or not.
Thank you, Chiran. If you could have any fictional character as a friend, who would it be and why? If you could have any fictional character as a friend, who would it be and why? May I call on the DTM Vijayanand?
I can't name one particular fictional character, but anyone who would create this fiction when a lady goes for shopping and this character can control her desire to shop. That's the guy, I'll tell you why. We went to Featherlight showroom to pick up a chair for my daughter to check out the chair. I told my wife we'll go to Vasanthanagar, headquarters. She said no, we'll go to Nexus Mall. I think she had Nexus with that mall. We went and checked out the chair. We didn't buy the chair. As both the girls came out, my wife and daughter, they saw West Side. They only bought the chair. They went and bought something West Side and money went South Side. Oh, stand up. From West Side, we went this side, there's Tupperware. They bought some stuff not needed. So much of some water bottle, some tiffin box. Tupperware, I was nowhere. Now, the worst thing, they finished Tupperware West Side. My daughter says, Papa, I need jeggings and tops. Let's go colors. And Alan's asking us which color. When you see this kind of shopping, there's only one color you see, black. So I want this fictional character, ladies in the house, don't get me wrong, this fictional character who can prevent ladies from getting tempted while shopping.
What is your greatest regret and why? What is your greatest regret and why? May I call on Toastmaster Darshan?
What is my greatest regret and why? I can't really think of any great regret as such, but one that I felt recently was the semi-final match where India played New Zealand. That is one match that I felt like I had to go and watch and experience the atmosphere, because the atmosphere in Bangalore was just crazy. It was another level, and that was one of the regrets that I had, because I felt like I could go. I had some plans of going, but at the last minute I had to cancel it. So at this point in time, it's the biggest regret so far, at least.
Thank you everyone for, I'm very glad to say all members were interested, got time to speak. Thank you for coming up here and speaking and leaving the stage when you had to. It was awesome and I had a wonderful time, and back to the table talk, no, Toastmaster of the day. I'm in the session.
Thank you very much, Alan. I think everyone were on the feet and you were just swinging every other person on the stage.
Who was the first speaker?
So many speakers. So we are moving on to the next session. It's a general evaluation. And talking about the general evaluator, we have someone who's very accomplished, who's very influential in the club, and very recently he's won the Helen Keller Award from Mindset. Please welcome
Fellow Toastmasters and dear friends, the topic for the day, the theme for the day is swinging for the fences, which means maximize your potential. My grandfather used to tell me that he was the 8th child. He was the last of 8 children. In those days, they used to have a lot of children. And one day he went and asked his mother, because they lived in a small house and there were lots of children around, and he asked his mother, why did you have so many children? And his mother looked at him and said, where do you think I should have stopped? After that, he never asked her again. He was the last stop. He was swung out of the fences, correct? But coming to the point, everybody does everything with the resources which they have. And I think so, maximizing your potential or swinging for the fences is doing the best with what you have. It's not what you have that matters, but what you do with what you have that matters, and that's what Toastmasters teaches us, isn't it, right? Because there are only 3 primary colors in the entire world, but look what painters like Michelangelo and M.F. Hussain did with those 3 primary colors. We have only 7 notes. And look at what Beethoven and Vivaldi did with 7 notes. Look at what Himesh Reshmiya did with 2 notes, correct? It's swinging for the senses is all that, and I think the Toastmasters teaches us to maximize the resources with what we have. And let's start off with today's general evaluation. The meeting started at 6:30 and we had the president introduce the induction, the person who's going to conduct the induction for the day and induce the new Toastmasters for the day. And we had the induction ceremony which was carried out, which was done brilliantly. I'll come to the Sergeant at Arms a little later. I think so Jose Paul did a wonderful job inducting 5 new members. He induced them first and then inducted them. Right? so he inducted them really well. But the whole thing which I found was brilliant, like the way the Toastmaster thing. But I just felt it was a very solemn ceremony and very somber. I always feel that anytime new members come into the club, it should be a feeling of celebration. There should be some enjoyment. But all of them had grim faces, including Jaws, as if they had constipation, you know. We solemnly want to get into the club. So next time, choose when you're introducing them, make it a little more fun. Might be Darshan is a software engineer who loves arguing with people unnecessarily, or just an example. Or Amrit Kaur is a dedicated artist who paints pictures of people unnecessarily, whatever it is, correct? So just make it a little more fun so that there is more fun to the entire induction ceremony rather than just making it a little somber. But anyway, for the job well done, please give Jose Paul a big round of applause. Now let's come to the main part, because let's come to the Sergeant at Arms. We had the Sergeant at Arms Kolappan, whom I think has improved a lot. Right from the time we've seen him from the beginning, he used to always shout, "Are you all ready?" This, that, and from that onwards, he's come to the point where he's sobered down, he's a little calm, he introduces people very, very calmly, and I think so he did a brilliant job. When I came into the club, he had delegated the work. Rashi and Shreya were writing on the board, right? Yeah, so he had delegated the work. Brian was standing behind them, observing them. I couldn't see somebody to correct him. He was supposed to be the supervisor. Remember table topics, he wanted to become invisible? Stand behind and watch all these people. Very, very interesting fellow. Correct or not? So Kolappan, please be careful to the people whom you delegate your work next time. But I think so you did a great job, you introduced well, and I think so you've been doing a great job right from the beginning. And just one thing, you said, thanks for sacrificing your Friday and coming for the Toastmasters. Nobody feels like sacrificing. You're having a great time. And especially if you have a good general evaluator, you'll all have fun. Whatever sacrifice. Nobody's sacrificing anything, right? Right? They are enjoying themselves. Not Kolappan, so nobody sacrifices. People are not here at sacrifice this meeting. Correct or not? So, for a great job done, please give Kolappan a big round of applause. Then we had a very dashing president, Shashank Bhatt, who gave a very, very interesting perspective on where he said that humiliation could cause a problem, and he gave us a very nice message. For a job very well done, and I think so Shashank has been doing this brilliantly, because see, if you see meeting after meeting, how many meetings are over? Nearly 21, 22. The themes are only idioms, correct? And every time you have an idiom, he's become an idiom president, idiot, whatever. He speaks only on idioms. My suggestion to the VP education is, I know idioms are a great way and people give you fun feedback, but I've seen so many clubs which don't have idioms, but even then the meeting has a good theme, right? It can be a quote, it can be just a phrase, it can be anything, right? So I think so, just a suggestion to the committee that we've got 20 idioms. Please have a quote, please have something else next time rather than just having idioms. But besides that limitation, I think so Shashank, you did a fantastic job. Just one suggestion, Shashank, when you gave a very great introduction to the Toastmaster, a very fine thing. At a point of time when you were talking about the point, I thought you got a little preachy. You said, okay, why should it be humiliation. Then you repeat it in 2 times. We got it 1 time. Bangalore Toastmasters are intelligent people. You don't have to repeat it 2 or 3 times. So just once is enough to tell what the people need, what they have to do. Repeating it twice or thrice makes it look as if you're pushing it down the throat. But otherwise, a great job done. Please give Shashank a big round of applause. So we had the Toastmaster of the day, Ajit, who came in next. And Ajit is an absolute gem in our club. He is a fantastic software leader, and as he was introduced, and he did a fantastic job. He took the meeting forward, he spoke on the theme, swinging from the fences, and he started off by talking about the defeat. And he gave a very, very crisp introduction to everybody. So for the very, very nice, small introductions given to everybody, and for a very, very conversational style, and also he connected every speaker. Like for example, when Saloni completed, he said, I hope you become a uniform. So he connected things well. He took the meeting forward at the right speed. He never overspoke. He had his entire time limitation. So for that, please give Ajit a big round of applause. However, Ajit, I have 1 or 2 small suggestions which I have to make. 1. Now, you started off by talking about swinging from the fences, and then you talked about the Indian cricket team, and then you said, you asked a question for everybody, has everyone overcome the grief of the loss which we incurred in the World Cup? And you expected them to say yes, but some of them said no. So don't ask questions unnecessarily where you have people answering. Because I remember I had asked a question to the club when I started off my Toastmaster. Toastmaster, do you want to hear a joke? And somebody got up and said, you tell me, decided it's a joke or not. So, avoid questions. Secondly, I think so the introductions were good. But I thought you introduced Saloni very well, you introduced Shubhanshu well. But when it came to your brother-in-law, all of you should know, Vijay Kalkundri, Ajay Chandrasekhar, you confined him to the apartment. Correct or not? This fellow is doing well in his apartment. Now nobody knows beside his apartment what is he doing. Anybody knows? You should tell. Vijay Kalkundri is a great software architect. Unfortunately, his sister got married to me. Whatever. Something, whatever experiences you have, against this. Understand? But don't confine him to the apartment. Correct or not? Expand it. Correct or not? In whatever way you can. So please, so the introductions were very done, but just be a little careful of the introductions. But otherwise, I thank you, Ajay Chandrasekhar, for leading the meeting well. Please give him a big round of applause. Then we had the first speaker for the day who spoke about her journey on November, and Saloni, and to evaluate her, we have the AI Gyani. He works in a company called AI Gyani. But Abhay Patari considers him stupid, I don't know why. Correct? So please welcome Karnataka.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Saloni, very happy, great. Yeah. A remarkable speech. She began with something which is in contradiction to the values and principles of Ashirwad Center. When you normally walk into the corridor, you see a message written on the walls. An honest prayer, thanks for nothing. An honest prayer, ask for nothing and thanks for everything. And here she went to the gods with clear-cut demand. Right? But what I loved about your speech is that throughout your speech you had great element of spontaneity. You had beautifully chosen topic, and people had constant smile on their face, and they were in anticipation of what's coming next as the day was proceeding, right? So it was fantastically done. Your movements were largely positive and purposeful on the stage, and throughout your speech you had great humor as well that kept the people minded. It was completely a different speech. So especially you spoke about resolution and fitting into clothes, and I saw people cracking up all around. So pretty well done there. So put your hands up for everything. up his speech with a clear objective. The only areas of improvement I feel, I just have a couple of areas of improvement if you may want to work on those. The pace, tonality and the pitch were perfect. The only thing I think you would have worked a bit better was on the volume of your speech. Throughout the speech I felt that the volume is not going up, down or kind of making it more inclusive in that objective as well. And the second one that I feel is that sometimes the movement was not that purposeful. As you spoke about a specific sentence that you spoke that after Diwali I took a step back, but you actually moved forward, right? So those few nuggets to also be taken care of. But your overall speech had a tremendous positivity and gratefulness as well, when you spoke about being blessed to have a passion and a tremendous support system. So continue making every day count. Good luck. All the best.
Thank you so much, Karnakar, for that very nice evaluation. I think so, Saloni, you are a very, very endearing speaker, very, very spontaneous on stage, as you mentioned. And sometimes people are such that just the way they come on stage and just the way they present, you just connect with the heart. So I think so, you're a very, very endearing speaker, and people just like you when you're on stage. So I think so, keep up that good quality. And as he said, this topic was on vocal variety. So might be you could have experimented with increasing your volume, going down a little, changing the voice for your sister, and body language you did with your damsharas, a great thing. But one thing which you did was very interesting. You told that you're going to Lal Bagh to work out and you invited people to join you. And she was catching me. What time does she go? What time does she go? Go to Bangalore Toastmaster and not the Toastmaster. Only be a little careful. Correct or no? What time are you going to Lal Bagh tomorrow? Especially things happen behind the bushes, so be a little careful. So I think so you did a great job. So please give Saloni and Karnakar a big round of applause. Next we have a very fishy story with Shubhanshu, and to analyze the data behind the fish, we have a data analyst called Vivek Vijayan.
Shubhanshu had from his previous speech two major feedback, that he should have pauses and this has to control the pace of the speech and also to mind the grammar of the speech. I must start by saying that you took both this feedback very seriously, and the pace was perfect and the grammar was impeccable. No problem at all. So let's go through the speech. What did I like? It is always very good to start a speech with a question, because questions grabs attention, no matter what it is. And then you followed it up with a nice story, which created a lot of interest. So you grabbed the attention, and then you had a nice story which created some sort of an interest. And I really liked the story and the moral of the story. Then you followed up with points on health with relevant examples. Those were also good. However, Shubhanshu, although the individual sections, the question, the story, and the facts were good, I was struggling to put it in one piece. Somehow I felt like I asked for a South Indian thali and I got noodles, sambar, and paneer. Individually they were good, but together they didn't make a good sense. So the story also, story and facts must have some sort of a connection. And the story was of honesty, and whereas the facts was on health, that did not connect. And if you had all the parts of all the sections of the speech in some sort of a cohesion, that would have been really good. To conclude, Shubhanshu, all your feedback you've taken, but introduced a few I would say, disconnects. Your individual sections of the speech were very cohesive, but the speech as a whole needs to have a very strong coupling, so as to cut the message across, so that you not only attract the grab the attention and the interest, but also carry it through and create a desire and an action in the mind of the audience. If you do that, I think you'll be a very good speaker, but all that you've done, this is your third speech, it's perfectly alright. A good review of the speech will also be helpful, more than really coming here and speaking. All the best to you for the next one.
I think so Vivek was very clinical in telling you. You spoke very well individually as you told the story, but I think so you should consult your mentor on how to link the entire speech together. So you spoke of the fish. I didn't understand why that fish was in water and why that honesty and truthfulness was there. So you might have said like all of us have that water of truthfulness flowing in us, and that truthfulness should persist when we go about for a master Cup and decide whether we are honest or not. So try and connect it next time in such a way that we feel that it's a connected speech, as he said. But otherwise, a great job by both the evaluator and Shubhanshu. Please give them a big round of applause. Finally, we had somebody who was wow. Vijay Kalkundri, wow. And to tell us how, we have Sumitra Vanva, right?
My fellow Toastmasters guests and Vijay Kalkundri in particular. Thank you, Vijay, for that great speech about your transition from an adolescent to an adult, and especially the cross-tell and the ragging of the seniors, a topic which everyone could relate to. Wonderfully chosen. Now, I like the way you brought out that loud voice of the seniors, and then you are trying to escape the seniors and they trying to bring you back. And it was a great attempt at your vocal variety. But I somehow have this memory of you as an MC with a really powerful voice. And that was something I was, expecting. And especially when you came the first part about the various transitions, 8 transitions you said, for quite some time I did not find any vocal variety. So that's where I got a little disappointed. But then you made it up by giving these 2-3 instances for your 3 messages. That was done well. So what I would suggest is, I somehow felt the opening was a bit tame, because I felt what your content was not very conducive to vocal variety in the beginning. So had you opened with a dramatic incident, maybe one of these only, of the seniors bragging. That part where you're trying to escape their attention in another set of scenes. So you say, come here, you could have said it. That I was not committing a traffic offense. It was my senior calling me back when I was trying to escape their attention. Open with a bang, a dramatic, and you had that voice in you. I wish you had used it more. Swung the pencil, as they say, maximize your, strengths. Had you used it, it would have come out beautifully. Yeah. But nonetheless, we did see a lot of variety. Perhaps somewhere you could have brought in where you could have, used the pace. Speaking at a fast rate. Come, let's run. They're not there, they're not seeing us here. That part, you could have tried out the pace part of it. The pitch, it came out in some places, the pitch came out of the voice. And power also was there, and the seniors were speaking. So I would feel that you could have taken either focused only on the ragging part and left out that part, where you are explaining about the 8 stages, because towards the end I found you rushing. And it was suddenly, you wind it up. So that way, you know, that impact of the vocal variety was a bit lacking. But on the whole, an entertaining one, I'm sure many would have loved, you know, would have come back with their memories of the ragging and all that. So thank you for that, and all the best for your next speech.
Thank you so much, Chitra. I think so, Vijay, you did a fantastic job. You need 4 things: the pace, the pitch, the pause, and the power. I think so. You utilize the pace and the pitch well, but might be the power was lacking, but otherwise a great job. Timer, I just want to know how much time has the general evaluator taken so far, so that I can. It's 8:24, right? No. Now, how much have I taken? How much have I taken?
12 minutes.
Huh?
12 minutes.
So I have 3 minutes more, right?
Yes.
From my side, right? Okay. The president came and told me that we are running out of time to complete yours. We'll give a lot of time to MC and the table topics, but general evaluator? Sir, Rajiv, sir, we don't trust you. Okay, that's the level of confidence they have in me. I still have 3 minutes, right? Out of which I've utilized 30, right? Thank you so much, Shashank, for that wonderful feedback, which I'm not going to take. But so next we had Alan Arana, and he was the table topics master, and he did a fantastic job. I think so. He called everybody, and I think some of them were very interesting. If you want to know how to take a table topic on, you should learn from Vijay Anand. Remember, fictional character. Whatever is the topic, you decide what you have to speak. He had decided to speak about a mall, about his wife. Whether it's Superman, Batman, it doesn't make any difference. Some fictional character has to come. And remember, Jeevan, he learned to save 1,20,000 from the president. Today I learned how to save time from the president. Correct? It might serve me a little later in life. But 1,20,000 you save, Jeevan, from one revenue expenditure. Come to me, I'll make you save 10 lakhs. And revenue and Puneet told he knows only how to try and draw one. And he wonders why paintings are sold for so many millions of dollars. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Puneet, when you get married, you'll come to know. Correct? The one who sees something in you will see you as $1 billion. Others will think it's rubbish. Correct? So, I think so. All the people did a fantastic job. Now, we have our tag team, which has to actually give up their role on what they did. But Alan Arana, I think so, for the topics which you gave, for the comments which you made in between the talk, it was a brilliant job. So please give Alan a big round of applause. Secondly, just one small thing, Alan. You're calling the maximum number of people, but I think sometimes it becomes a little unfair, where some people have 1.5 minutes, some people have 1 minute, and some people have 45 seconds. So it's okay if you don't call so many people, but keep it standard. Keep it 45 seconds right from the beginning, right? So Srinivas will tell that his friend Taran asked him about tips about how his girlfriend and all. The reason why Taran asked him is because he has a wife and a kid, right? Srinivas, you're married, right? So he wanted to learn that, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is give a common thing to everybody. Don't make it up and down. If you make it up and down, it becomes unfair to some speakers and not so fair. But otherwise, for a great job done, please give Alan a big round of applause. Right, now we have our taggle team. For our timer, we have the very, very dynamic Sampath. So Sampath, you can go. You can think of this. You'll save my time and your time. The president's time, yeah. The president is very particular.
Toastmaster Kollappan, 2 minutes 47 seconds. Toastmaster Sasanka, 8 minutes. Toastmaster Ajit Chandrasekhar, 2 minutes. Toastmaster Saloni, 7 minutes. Toastmaster Subhanshu, 6 minutes 28 seconds. Toastmaster Vijay Kalkuri, 6 minutes 56 seconds. Rajit sir, GTM Rajit Manmani, 15 minutes. If I had to give the time report for table topic, people, some of you will go for tea break, some of you will go about for smoking, so I just avoid this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Right. She's also the R counter. So please, can you have Nisha ma'am, how many R's and M's and all?
So, in such a conducive, warm, and humorous meeting environment, who will not succeed in swinging fences? All our speakers did a few, and T.M. Vijay, who was flawless. Today's favorite word, as you said, sir, was especially T.M. Saloni, who was so sold on her campus business, used it more than 5 times. T.M. Ajit, who was so ecstatic about cricket heroes, couldn't help but used more than 5 times. So one more thing, we all know T.M. Rajiv sir, who always hits so many home runs and is exceptionally humorous and never forgets to use his Satyagraha catchphrase. Correct or no?
Correct.
More than 5 times.
Correct or no? Yes, ma'am. What is this? Shashank, time is correct or no? Okay. Now today I'm going to take Shashank and Priyanka. Correct? I've decided. They have actually told me you have to do it. Okay, Grameen. Oh, we have a solopreneur. I had asked her, what are you? You're a solopreneur, right, Chetra? Yes. Right? She's an entrepreneur who's solo. She's single, ready to mingle. So anybody. And she's going to correct your grammar. Right?
Good evening, everyone. I enjoyed the meeting today because we had quite a few good usages and not many mistakes. For the good usage, either you run the day or the day runs you. Life is a story of transition. Conversational style, pace, pitch, pause, and power. There were also some great vocabulary being used. Detrimental, somber, catchphrase, spontaneity. Although we could have improved on the pronunciation of spontaneity, to note again, it's spontaneity. Room for improvement in terms of grammar. First women DTM should have been first woman DTM. Trades and tricks should have been tricks and trades. Capture the bench should have been grab the bench or maybe just get the bench. I'm a little bit introvert, could have been I'm a little bit of an introvert. I think so that could have been I think that. Make a good sense should have been make sense. There were 3 people who used the word of the day. Toastmasters Nisha, Toastmaster Vijay Kalkundri, and Toastmasters Sudipto. Did I miss anyone? BTM Sudipto. Thank you.
We've run kind of a time number. Any 10 seconds left for me? Huh? There, how much time is left for me? Then I'll run out of time now. Yeah, just come and stand here. Don't waste time. Run. Okay. I would like to thank the committee and the president for reminding me about my time, and Manisha for getting me correct or no. We are all trying to swing the fence, but we are still run by 1 minute late. But it was not because of me. So with that, we will hand it back to the Toastmaster of the day. I had a story to tell, but I can't tell. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. So with that, we would like to hand it back to Ajit. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajiv sir. The password, we'll have a voting now. So the password for today is swing, in all in caps. You should have got a link in your WhatsApp group. It's swing, all in small cap. Sorry, all in small cap.
Small caps.
Yes.
Cap small.
Sorry, small case, sorry.
Lower case.
Lower case.
Swing.
It's swing. Yes, swing. Okay, I hope all of you have enjoyed today's meeting. Thank you so much.
First is regarding the area contest scheduled for tomorrow. It is area B1, B2, B3 and B4, where our club representative, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Lalit Dhanush is taking part in both table topics and evaluation contest. The in-person registrations are closed. However, I will be sharing the Zoom link once I receive it. Please join and support our club candidate. Second is regarding the articles for newsletter. Our VPP has already sent the details by mail as well as on WhatsApp. Please contribute your articles by 26th of November. Last announcement is regarding the club elections, which is scheduled for next Friday. We will not have a normal meeting next Friday. We will only have the club elections. The last date for nominations, to submit your nominations, is again 26th of November. So I have heard that we have had good registrations, requesting others to take initiative and take up leadership roles at our club level. Moving on to awards. Starting with the tag team, the best auxiliary role taker award goes to our counter, Toastmaster Dr. Nisha. Best table topic speaker, DTM Vijayan. Best Evaluator Award goes to Toastmaster Vivek Vijay. The Best Role Taker Award goes to DTM Rajdeep Manna. The Best Speaker Award goes to Toastmaster Saloni. Thank you very much. Look forward to the club elections next week. And again, I think it's a record from the time I've been here, 20 table topic speakers on stage. Thanks to the table topic master for arranging that. Have a great evening.